Hello, I'm Dan West at the Livonia Chamber of Commerce, and this is our latest cyber edition of CityScape, our regular series of video chats about people, places, and ideas that impact Livonia. With people staying home, there's a lot more attention directed to social media platforms, and there are more smart ways business people can use this opportunity to capture productive attention. Our guest today is Tamara Oliverio, a Livonia resident and strategic professional from Epsilon, an international marketing, technology, and data company that helps build brand loyalty. Tamara, thank you for joining us today.
Thanks for having me.
A recent report you shared with me showed a significant increase in time that people are spending on social media platforms with just the way things are going these days. What can business people do to reach the larger, more engaged audience on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram?
So I would say right now, a lot of people are spending time, like you had said, on social media, but there is certainly a gap between the amount of content that's out there. So there is an opportunity for people and small businesses in particular to really start engaging with consumers in social media because there's not as much content. To that point, consumers are looking right now to be informed. Number one, they're looking to be entertained in some respects. And some are actually starting to plan for the future. So planning for what's coming next and things of that nature. So if keeping those three things in mind, I think if you could find messages and content that could be relevant to your brand or your business, and informative, entertaining, or some help consumers plan for what the next normal is going to be or their next normal. I think that would be certainly a good way to engage with consumers right now.
In the report we just discussed, Tamara, we talked about that people need to acknowledge the current environment, but not to dwell on them. Can you share some ideas of how people can help this on social media?
Well, I would say first and foremost, you need to definitely recognize, you can't ignore what's going on. You have to acknowledge what's happening and how consumers are feeling. There's a lot of emotions taking place across the board. And the thing is, not everybody's feeling the same emotion at the same time. So it does make it very difficult to navigate, what you should put out and things of that nature. But you should certainly acknowledge what's happening. And then definitely, help, acknowledge what's happening, but then also, fill that gap or that need that they're looking to get that's relevant to your particular brand. I think right now, you and I talked about this before we jumped on here too. I think right now we're seeing a lot of, the emotions that are very prevalent right now are fear, anger, sadness, boredom's part of it, but I think it's definitely fear, anger, and sadness that's happening right now. And we're seeing a lot of people who are looking to blame others for that, and right now they're needing a bit of hope and accountability. I think that's basically what the consumer needs that we're seeing from an emotional standpoint are right now. So keeping that in mind in terms of the message that you put through, I think if it can instill some sense of hope or accountability without blame in any way, shape, or form, I think that would certainly resonate and help create that emotional connection. Because part of what we were talking about as well is that right now with brands, it's a very emotional time for brands and consumers overall. And, the long lasting loyalty a brand's going to have with a consumer is going to be dictated a lot on how they react and what they do right now. So, is it going to be a strong emotional connection that's positive or one that's negative? And, you want one that's going to be positive that could then help, last and help bring business and deeper connections to the consumers or brands, once this is all done.
That's great stuff, Tamara. Thank you so much for taking some time today to join with us and share your expertise.
My pleasure. Thank you.
We appreciate everyone for watching this latest episode of CityScape. We'll see you next time.